Hi, I'm Carol Ann with cyberworkouts.com, and I'm going to talk about back care basics in yoga. So when we're thinking about our backs, we want to make sure that we create a long spine. So anytime you're doing a pose, you want to make sure that from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of your head, you're fully extended and lengthened. Then anytime we have a pose that takes you into a back position or a back bend position, we want to make sure that you're squeezing the glutes to protect your back. Now I have a couple of poses that I would like to share with you, especially if you do have any back issues that you want to try to eliminate or alleviate, and then we talk about how we should align our bodies. So the first pose is our cat pose. So you want to be in a position on all fours. Our hands are directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. And notice how I have a neutral spine to begin. So I don't have my rear end up and I don't have my rear end down. I don't have it tucked down. I have it nice and neutral. So to move into a cat pose, I inhale to prepare. And then exhale, tucking the tailbone under, drawing the chin towards my chest, really lengthening the entire spine. And then I inhale as I come back to neutral. Again, I'm not sticking the rear end. I have a neutral spine. So we always want to be aware of what's going on with the spine, because it's first about the spine, and then we proceed to the extremities in poses. The next pose is our 4-point balance pose. So we've got one arm out, the opposite leg out. So if I've got my right arm out, my left leg is extended. And here, again, I want to maintain neutral spine. So I don't have my hips turned out. I have my hips parallel to the floor. And I hold this pose for about 5 breaths. Bring it down and then switch to the left arm, right leg. And I'm always conscious about lengthening out through the crown of the head and then down through the tailbone. And that is also a nice pose that we can perform for our backs. And then next is the child's pose. In child's pose, I want to sit my tailbone down and then stretch out through those arms. Again, it's always about lengthening from the top of the head down to the tailbone. And we want to create length in the spine. And we can hold the child's pose for about 5 breaths. And once we do so, we come out of this position. And that is about yoga back care basics. I'm Carol Ann for cyberworkouts.com.